Okay, so I'm just on the phone with. I'm not sure if I'm talking to my real bank or the Fusion Center people. I just got
This is Navy
charged.
Federal Credit Union, Miss Davis.
Oh no, I'm not sure if I am because you don't seem to know the code here, that like a regular banking code that most people should understand. Okay, so I just tried to book a flight, and I just tried to book a flight, and I got all kinds of a runaround here. They said the flight was booked. Said, oh no, the flight first, first the flight's booked, then it's canceled, then no longer flights available. But then, but yet they charged my card. So I'm trying to figure out what's going on with Sun Country and Priceline. But yet they charged my card $144 today. And so then I went to purchase a different flight, and then I couldn't purchase that flight. So I'm trying to find out from Navy Federal if I'm talking to a real Navy Federal person, if this when this charge is going to come off, so I can actually purchase a flight. Because it says Sun Country CALCNT. Okay, I'm telling you, the CIA, all these people that work at these fusion centers in St. Paul, they're all CIA, so they all need to be arrested. So please go over there and get their license plates and their names, and somebody arrest these people because they're all CIA. The CIA is the most corrupt, and they're weaponized. They have weaponized the three-letter agencies all against veterans, and I prove it every day on my channel. So now, I'm trying to take advantage of the flights that are cheap to LA because I have to go to an expo, and they were like $230. Now I have no idea when I'm going to get this money back returned to me, so I can actually purchase a flight. And what if they're like $200 more by the time I actually get this money returned? That's what I'm trying to find out, ma'am. You know.
Yes, ma'am, I understand.
Yeah, so
What my recommendation
if you were to
is
deal with a
contact
regular
the Sun
bank,
Country.
you all should know that the bankers usually know codes, like, and this woman doesn't have a clue, like what I'm saying. Like, what is it? What does a banking code say? What does it say? Was it a cancellation fee? What kind of a fee does it say on your end that this was for?
It's not populating as a fee on my end,
It's
ma'am.
not
It just means
populating
that it was a debit
because
card
she's not a real
authorization
banker.
for $144.
Yeah, because you know what, ma'am?
On the
If you
Sun
were a real
Country.
banker, you would know what the banker's code was. Okay, any real banker knows that.
Ma'am,
That's
I'm
watching my
stating it's
channel.
not popping
So,
up
so
as
I,
an
you're,
additional
I'm talking to
for the account.
a fusion center person. So they need to be arrested. They're right in St. Paul. Here's the address. Okay, let's go arrest this person. Yeah. Okay, Criminal Bureau of. Yeah, that's where she works, because she clearly doesn't have a clue what she's talking about. Anyone that's a banker knows like what a banker code is. Are you telling me it's not populating is the only answer you have to say? It's because you don't know,
Yes,
because
Miss
you're not a
Davis,
real
that is what
banker.
I'm stating. So I'm stating that you should call and contact the company that
Yeah,
you
and I'm
participated with.
exposing you that you're not a real banker, and that once again I'm talking to a fusion center or the Criminal Bureau of in St. Paul, not the real bank, because this woman, these people that I talk to, I can tell. I can tell that you're not a real banker because you don't have a clue what you're talking about. Any banker would know what a banker's code is, and that you pull it up, and they tell you what the charge is for, what is the code, like was it a cancellation, and if it's when it's going to fall off your account. You can't even tell me when it's going to fall off my account. It's a cancellation fee.
Ma'am, it's showing as just an authorized charge on the account from that company. So
Uh-huh.
they haven't initiated a refund, so it doesn't look like it's going to fall off the account. So that's why I was recommending that you contact the actual
Oh,
company
okay.
that
So I
was
didn't get to
associated.
book my flight because the CIA canceled my flight, but yet they took money out anyways. So, okay, so we just have to arrest all of these people, including the Bureau of Criminal Management in St. Paul. So I'm going to get all your license plates. Thank you. So I'm not playing any games here. This charge is not going to come off my account. So now I have to dispute it with the bank, and how am I supposed to dispute it with Sun Country when I purchased it from Priceline? Okay. So it said, but I didn't get a flight. I didn't get a flight, so why did they charge my card? No flights available. Okay. I'm telling you, the CIA, they will ruin, they will hack into every single thing you own. They're trying to mess with every area of my life. They've hacked my Facebook account. I'm not even able to log on to my Facebook account to reach out to. I had like 400 or 500 friends on this one Facebook account. They deleted it. They have pretended to be me on my Facebook account. They have pretended to be me on my LinkedIn account. I've had people pretend to be me. That I don't even get on any of these accounts anymore. Okay, now I got to make a phone call to Sun Country. Okay, so this is what the CIA will do. And then the other thing they'll do is they'll purchase all the tickets, like at a concert or something, if you're trying to put on an event. This is if they want to ruin you. Okay, they'll purchase all the tickets to that venue or that hotel. And then, so none of the real customers can get tickets for the concert or whoever they're trying to ruin, or the tickets to the hotel. Okay, and then, so the real people can't get the rooms. Okay, this is how they ruin events. Okay, this is how they ruin, this is how they're trying to ruin my flight, so I can't get a flight in time. So, and then I'm going to have to fight with trying to get this money back, and who knows how long this is going to take. So now I'm going to have to record the phone call with Sun Country, and then, we'll go over and record the Criminal Bureau of Apprehension people, get all their license plates, because I wasn't talking to a real banker. I was talking to a Fusion Center person out of St. Paul. Okay? And so I'm going to go and get all their license plates numbers, and I recommend every place that has these Criminal Bureau of Apprehension centers, they're Fusion centers. My call is being bypassed. She doesn't have a clue what she's talking about. Anybody that's a banker would know that there's like the banker code or everything. This is every time I call my bank, I know I'm not getting a real banker, because I know what the way that the Navy Federal Credit Union, because I've been with them for like 10 years. So I know what they normally act like. And none of these people that I've talked to for like the last year act anything like what the real bankers act like. Okay, so and I'm fully aware that, all of this sounds crazy. Okay, but I'm telling you, I have, they have made themselves very clear and very apparent to everybody, that the CIA, that they are targeting, and they are targeting veterans, they are targeting whistleblowers. So they have weaponized the CIA and the police, and there is not one agency that you can call to report the police anymore in Minnesota or South Dakota or anywhere that I know of in the country. It's been like this in the entire country for me. So years ago when this started for me, when I started getting harassed to death by the police, I was I tried to, the first place that you can think of. Oh, now I got an email saying that my reservation is booked. Okay. I don't even know. They tried to say that it wasn't, but there's no itinerary. Okay, so I just get this right now. I just got this right now from Sun Country. So I'm sorry, was my flight booked, or I purchased it from, that's not even the flight that I purchased. I purchased something on Priceline. And so I am a little confused here. What is going on? Okay, flight details. Okay. Oh, so I did get the flight? Okay, there's one flight that was booked, but not the other flight? I'm totally confused. Like part of the flight got booked and not the other part on Priceline. Have you ever heard of that happening? This is totally ridiculous. So I have no idea what to do now. Like, part of my flight got booked, and I tried booking a full round trip ticket. So so I'm gonna have to try to figure out my itinerary. What just got booked? I don't manage my trip. Okay. So I'm trying to make it to the expo in LA, and I was afraid to book a flight. I go to the Conscious Life Expo once a year in LA, and I haven't booked a flight yet because of all those fires. But now there's really good deals online with the flights because nobody's flying to LA. And so I purchased this. It was like $240 round trip, and but they're trying to. But then it said, flight sold out. And then I tried another one. They play these games. No longer available. Okay. Oh, but apparently my card is charged here. So I'm gonna have to figure this out. But I just wanted to briefly tell the story. Okay, I have no idea what's going on here. Your confirmation code for Spirit Airlines cancellation. I don't have a clue what's going on here. So now I'm totally confused because one of them's been canceled, one of them went through when booking confirmation. Okay. Okay, so apparently the one flight went through from here, but the return flight didn't go through. So how am I supposed to purchase a return flight? So now I gotta waste all my time and get on the phone with Priceline and try to find out what's going on. This is what the CIA has done to me for 12 years. This agency is the most corrupt, evil agency, completely weaponized against the American public. For 12 years now, I've had to go through this. Years ago with the police, and the police are all weaponized, and the FBI is all weaponized against us. Okay, let me just turn the light on here. So years ago, I was when I was having all these problems with the police, I was talking to a guy named, Mark Spatz. Let's see. He worked for internal affairs, okay, with the police, okay, and I tried reporting to him. So, the first line of defense, okay, so I tried the Civil Rights Office in Minneapolis, as you know. They didn't follow up and do anything. I've tried the Human Rights Office in St. Paul, completely worthless. She tried to blow me off and then eventually hung up on me. So I'm sorry, we don't have anybody overseeing the police, the FBI, or the CIA. Absolutely nobody. They're like free range bullies. And and so that is the concern that I have here, that there is absolutely nobody overseeing the police or the CIA or the FBI. There's nobody overseeing any of these agencies. They're completely like free range bullying, using their authority, abusing their authority. Free range, full free range. This guy years ago, I had talked to him. We were back and forth a little bit, and he was asking me what was the name, what are the vehicles, okay, Mark Rackett. Okay, his name was Mark Rackett, mark.rackett@state.mn.us. This was back in 2017. Okay, so many emails back and forth between him and I. Okay, here many emails back between him and I, years ago, back in 2017. He said, what is it, a certain vehicle, certain agency that keeps targeting you? And I said, no, it's like sometimes it's the state police, sometimes it's a regular police. Um, so I was sending him a lot of the stuff, and there was conversation between him and I back and forth for about a few months, back in 2017. So that's that when he worked directly for the Internal Affairs. Let's see, I'm trying to find these. Okay. Then he just dropped the subject. He never even followed up on my complaints, and I had sent him proof of being targeted for like 20 times in 2015, 16. Yeah, and he didn't know what to say. It's like, okay, so you just dropped the subject? Okay, but see, what's happening is the CIA tells them to drop the subject because the CIA is at the head of this targeted individual program, so they are at the top of it, and they're the ones who put me on this list, so they somehow have control over all the other agencies, and they told them to drop it, I guess. So because of the CIA involvement, we have absolutely nobody overseeing the police. Okay, and that's the problem I have, because we have a lot of guys that are police officers that fully abuse their authority, and I'm sure women know exactly what I'm talking about. Women and men. It's not just women. It's men. Okay, lots of conversations between me and Mark Rackett. Okay. Here we go. Mark Rackett. Yeah, I sent. So this is Mark Rackett. Are the police able to look into any of these things? This was, and he had written me back asking me when what is it? Is it a certain agency? More harassment. I sent him multiple issues of harassment. More and death threats as well. Death threats on my voicemail, different things like that. This guy never got back to me. Okay. So the CIA, what's happening is the CIA oversees all these other agencies. They're at the very top. I showed the chart. Okay. And they get the rest of the agencies. They oversee the rest of the agencies. So they will tell them to drop it, or they're threatening them. And believe me, they have multiple ways they can threaten you. They're the CIA, so they can hack into any of your accounts. They can do all kinds of stuff, it is a complete. It's a complete violation of so many of our civil and constitutional rights. What's going on here with this targeting program, and clearly, as you can see, so there was so many of the J6ers got out now, and one in every 5 of them were veterans. Okay, and they were all arrested within like a day after January 6th. Okay, I guarantee you 100% that they were all being tracked before they ever went to Washington, D.C. I guarantee you. They're on a list. They're on the same list. They were the Oath Keeper guys. I was part of that Oath Keepers group for a little while in Minneapolis, and then they started being targeted, and I started being targeted just for going there. All of us started getting targeted just for meeting. I went to like 2 meetings, and then we all started getting targeted so bad. All it is a group of retired military, retired firefighters, whoever, that just want to keep the oath that we took to our country. And but a lot of them were targeted on J6, but this guy, this one guy, his story is just really sad because he, and they wouldn't let him talk to their attorneys like the whole time they were in there either. And that's a total violation of all kinds of rights too. Our country's in total chaos, if you haven't noticed, and we need to, and it's because of these 3-letter agencies. Okay, then this other guy that got out. Okay, so he's been pardoned. Okay, but apparently they still took his FAA license, like he was like some kind of mechanic for the airline, and apparently they took that license. Okay, so how are you going to restore all of that to these people, because they have no way of supporting themselves now, no job to go back to? So they take everything from you. They are absolute. It's a Nazi mentality, and it's these three-letter agencies, mostly the CIA, that are doing this. Okay, so now I got to call Priceline and figure out why the whole flight wasn't put on the itinerary, and now and all they do is they waste my time all day long. All day long, my time is wasted by the CIA, and they're all about taking your time, taking your energy, taking your money, having you harassed to death. So now I got to call Priceline and find out why the whole flight wasn't booked. Why just part of it was booked. So this is the CIA that is doing this to me. And so now this is what I have to deal with today. And this has been like this every day for me for the last 12 years. I've been having to fight with the CIA and these three-letter agencies. They've harassed every area of my life. I haven't been allowed to have a relationship. They will harass my friends, any relationship that I'm with. I haven't been able to I can't plan a future. I can't plan any kind of a future for my life, because every day is just survival. Okay? So that's how bad it is on this targeted individual program for anybody who doesn't understand. That is truly how bad it is. Every day is just survival. Okay, my battery's about to die, so I just want to show truly how bad the CIA and how much these agencies are weaponized. Oh, and then this one guy emails me on, it says, "Oh, I'm the one stalking the police." Dude, I have like 100 videos by this point. If I wouldn't go anywhere near a police officer if it was